Welcome everyone to another edition of the Classic Comic Archive, a series where I recap and review many of Marvel Comics' most seminal early issues. Our story for today is Tales to Astonish 39, cover dated January of 1963. This issue marks the first appearance of obscure villain, the Scarlet Beetle, and was written by Stan Lee and Larry Lieber, drawn by Jack Kirby, inked by Dick Ayers, and lettered by Art Simic. Our issue opens up with a striking splash page, teasing Ant-Man's coming battle with the wicked Scarlet Beetle. But before we can witness such an epic showdown, we must first travel to a New York laboratory, where Dr. Hank Pym is receiving some strange and alarming signals from the insect world. Seeing as he has a vested interest in the safety of his ant allies, he decides to investigate the source of the signals. So he changes into his Ant-Man costume, inhales his shrinking gas, and shoots himself out of the human cannon that takes him into the city. His fall is luckily broken by a massive pile of ants, one of which he then climbs onto, and rides to the source of the disturbance. To his surprise, it's a gathering of insects within the city's sewers. Numerous species are represented at the meeting, but they're all listening intently to a single Scarlet Beetle. But insects obviously can't speak, leading Ant-Man to realize that the Scarlet Beetle is communicating telepathically. But it, and the rest of the insects don't notice him. So he hides behind the Scarlet Beetle and adjusts his helmet to listen in on it. Thus it's revealed that it has somehow received vast intelligence, and is announcing its plan to unite the insects of the world against humanity. While this might seem like a rather trivial threat, Ant-Man realizes that with an invasion force in the trillions, the world's insects could very well overthrow humanity. He obviously can't let that happen, so he rushes to defeat the Scarlet Beetle before it can enact its plans. But several insect bodyguards intercept him before he can reach it. The first few prove no match for his full-sized strength, but their seemingly endless numbers eventually overwhelm him. Having defeated Ant-Man, the Scarlet Beetle takes the opportunity to steal and inhale his enlarging gas. Now the size of a human, the villain next orders his insects to dispose of the unconscious Ant-Man. They obey it and toss him into a deep hole, which he awakens within, a few minutes later. But he's without his enlarging gas, or his cybernetic helmet. With no way of contacting his ant allies, he tries to crawl out of the hole himself, but its surface is just too steep and slippery for him to escape. Meanwhile, the Scarlet Beetle is out wreaking havoc. He sent his insects to destroy telephone poles, steal explosives, and poison public officials. The people being terrorized have no defense against the insects. Their only hope is now Ant-Man, but he's nowhere to be found. Some think that he's too cowardly to fight them, or that he might even be working with them. But we of course know that he's helplessly trapped in a deep hole. But not for much longer, as the Scarlet Beetle made the mistake of leaving Ant-Man's cybernetic helmet within the sewers. Even though it's not been worn, it's been sending out electrical signals to nearby ants. They followed these signals to the helmet, and seeing that it's not with Ant-Man, they begin searching for him. Thus in only a few moments their keen senses brought them to the hole, where they helped him climb out. Now that he's free, he rushes back to the surface to defeat the Scarlet Beetle. The villain luckily hasn't gone very far, as Ant-Man finds it in a nearby park. But he knows that to get to the Scarlet Beetle, he'll have to get through his insect army first. So he gathers together a group of ants, and tells them his battle plan. But it's then that the Scarlet Beetle notices the ants and orders its army to attack them. So Ant-Man sends out a squad of defensive honey ants to protect him, while he rushes to the top of a nearby water fountain. The first of the attacking insects are a group of crickets, but their advance is quickly halted by the honey ants' sticky secretions. So the Scarlet Beetle sends in his grasshoppers, who can leap over the trap, and attack Ant-Man directly. But the hero's able to subdue them by cleverly placing a nearby popsicle stick over the fountain stream. The ensuing pressure creates a powerful spray that forces the grasshoppers to retreat. But the issue then briefly shifts focus to a platoon of ants, who are stealing an insecticide spray from a nearby store. They hurriedly bring it to Ant-Man, who in turn uses it against a swarm of incoming bees. The spray weakens them into a retreat, leaving the Scarlet Beetle as the only insect left. But Ant-Man knows that he can't defeat the villain out in the open, so he instead flees into a toy store and goads the Scarlet Beetle into following him. Once the villain's inside, Ant-Man climbs onto the top of a display case and waits for it to attack. But when it does, he hops into a toy car and narrowly dodges its striking claw. But he doesn't remain in the vehicle for long, as he quickly hops out and grabs the miniature lance of a toy knight. The Scarlet Beetle mocks Ant-Man for retrieving such a harmless weapon, but the hero doesn't hurl it at him. He instead hurls it at, and pierces, the canister of reducing gas that's strapped to its chest. So the gas escapes into the air, and into the lungs of the Scarlet Beetle, who begins shrinking back to his normal size. Ant-Man then leaps off of the display case using a balloon parachute, and subdues the villain on the ground. He then stuffs it into the balloon, and orders his ants to take it back to his laboratory. So that's where the issue shifts to next, and where it subsequently ends, as Hank Pym has just reversed the Scarlet Beetle's mutation. Now, it's just a normal bug, one that he harmlessly releases back into the wild. That concludes the Ant-Man story in Tales to Astonish 39, and another episode of the Classic Comic Archive. But as always, I would like to offer a brief review of this issue. Overall, I thought that this was a fairly average and unremarkable story. I could appreciate its silly nature and eccentric villain, but it ultimately lacked much excitement. I think that at this point, the Ant-Man formula is starting to get rather tiring, and I'm hoping that future issues are both longer and less generic. But in any case, let me know what you thought of this issue and the video, and feel free to suggest other classic comics for me to cover. Thanks for watching.